Hey guys, it's me, Christina. So I have a book review on Impulse by Ellen Hopkins. This is a book in verse, and it was so beautiful, and I loved it. And it's about these three characters, Vanessa, Connor, and Tony, and they are all different kinds of people. Vanessa is a cutter, so she ended up trying to kill herself, and um then she ends up going to this hospital, and then Connor tried to kill himself with a gun, and Tony, with a rough childhood, ended up being addicted to pills and coming to this hospital. And there is just a lot of stuff in this book, and it's heartbreaking, beautiful. I love these characters, and I just loved it. It's just really beautiful, and I recommend this book to everyone because I think everyone should read it, and it's just really great. So, they all meet in this I think it's called Aspen Spring was the name of the hospital, and they all meet in this group, and then they Connor and Vanessa start forming feelings for each other, except Connor has a taste for older women, and he had an affair with his teacher, and oh my god, that was crazy to hear. But hearing this, his story, his family is just really crazy, and they have this pressure on him all the time. And when his mother would come to the group, she was just not supportive at all, helping him, and just she was just a witch. And then he has a twin sister, and it's just really crazy and all this stuff. And then Vanessa has a cutting problem, and she also has a mother who is bipolar. And Tony, he hasn't seen his father in years, and he is also back in contact with his father. He also went to jail a long time ago because he punched his mother's boyfriend who was doing stuff to him, and it was all so fucked up and crazy. And you expect this guy to be this complete psycho and asshole, and just but no, he is just this kind person who cares about people, and he cares about Connor, he cares about Vanessa, and he just wants to help them out and just be there for them. And Vanessa wants to be there for Connor and Tony, and Connor and Vanessa end up kissing at this one point, and it was really intense. And then but Connor he just can't get things straight in his mind, and he ends up stopping taking his pills after a home visit because his mother's you better not be taking your pills. What the heck is wrong with you, witch? You're a terrible human being. And she is just rude. And then Vanessa is still cutting on the side, and all this stuff comes up, and she has to deal with her mother, and all this stuff that's happened in the past. And they all have to, to complete their time at Aspen Spring, they have to go on this camping trip. So they all go on this camping trip, and we see that Tony and Vanessa are starting to get more close than Connor and Vanessa were. And I actually prefer Vanessa and Tony together because they're just so cute. I this whole book we think that he's gay, but maybe he is bi, so it never really was specified, but it was just so good. I love this book so much. And then there was a bunch of stuff happens, and then Connor gets this letter from his mother, and it just makes him so angry and just depressed. and like he stops taking his pills, and then they talk about like secrets, and like and Tony had this like, I don't know, it was like this friend named Philip who were like, they weren't ever intimate, but they were just like, and then he ended up dying because like he had HIV, and it was terrible, but Tony really cared about Philip, and then he really cares about Vanessa, and he really loves her, and even after they're like, we're gonna be together, and then they go on this like rock climbing thing, and then they're rock climbing, and Vanessa is like enjoying herself, and then the Tony and Vanessa end up kiss, and it was like intense, and it was so crazy, and I love them together, and they're just like really good for each other because they both have like these problems, but they like make it work with each other, and it's just so great. And then when Connor is ready to rock climb, he kind of like kills himself. And I don't know if it was actually him killing himself or he fell, but he killed him, like he died. And I was like sobbing because I felt so bad for him. Like, because of all the stuff he's been through, like he is like a rich kid. Like but he's not happy because his family has all these expectations on him. And I was just like sobbing. Then Vanessa found like a perfect airplane, and it was a paper airplane that Connor had thrown. It was the letter from Connor's mother, mostly just being a bitch, and it was just such a beautiful book. And I'm reading Perfect, which is in the same series but different characters. And so I hope you guys enjoyed my review. I will see you guys next time. Happy reading. Bye, guys.